This is Javier. Javier is our servo bottle printer. He's dialing in a little strange Fondo right now. Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's speaker just a little tiny bit.
Let it rip.
Hello again, everyone. Greg here, and welcome to the Day 3 recap of the 2015-2016 Specialized product launch. Let's cut to the chase. I'm going to show you a bunch of cool stuff I saw. You sit back and enjoy the ride. Buckle up. Shoes ho! Hey, look, new ERIK'S shoes. Version 6. They come in a boa and a lace closure. The lace version is stupid light. It was pretty common for the last generation of ERIK'S shoes to need to be sized up a half to a whole size compared to other shoes for a lot of people. The new shoe has a wider toe box and a more molded heel cup so it fits more true to size. The Recon mixed terrain shoe has a carbon sole, grip-tin lugs for traction, and it's full of lacy goodness. And this new 2FO light shoe is an awesome option for riders who like to clip out to dab on hard corners and jam back into the pedal. It's so good. Hey, you like aluminum bikes? I know I do. The new Allez Sprint, which is basically a Dulce Evo smart weld bench. Look at that enormous bottom bracket. Limited quantity, comes in a frame set or a SRAM Force 1x lunch ride build. Hey, you like carbon superbikes? Who the heck doesn't? Here's the new Venge VIAS everyone's talking about. This is the first specialized road bike completely designed in the wind tunnel. All cables are completely hidden inside the frame. The brakes are tucked out of the wind, and the rear brake is in this spot behind the seat tube because engineers found you can get way better braking from here than from the bottom bracket mounted brakes you see on a lot of other aero bikes. What the heck is this riser bar? A bike fitter's dream, that's what. You can get the front cockpit in a riser or flat bar, add or drop spacers, get different length stems, and unlike a one-piece system, you can rotate the drops to get perfect hand placement. Hey, speaking of going fast, it's the new turbo! The motor is twice as powerful as last year. It's still capped at 28 miles an hour because the law, but holy crackers and milk, this thing accelerates off a stop sign like scary fast. The new battery has way more juice to spare, and more importantly, it's now Bluetooth and ANT+ compatible, which means you can use the Turbo app on iPhone and Android to custom tune the system. Say you've got a 20-mile ride to work and you can't bring your charger with you. You can plug the route into your phone and tell the Turbo that you want to get to work with at least 50% of your battery left. Based off of GPS and Strava elevation data, the app will modulate the power draw off the battery so you can be confident you'll have plenty of energy in the tank on the return trip. Oh, and if you already have a Turbo, you can get the new battery aftermarket and still take advantage of the extra range and the app. Speaking of being able to go anywhere, man, I am just nailing these segues. Hey ladies! Have you been looking at the Diverge and wishing they'd make a women-specific adventure bike? Well, they took a good first step with the Dolce Evo. All new Dulce Evo smart weld frame with either mechanical or Di2 Ultegra, disc brakes, and what Specialized is calling cruise climb gearing, which is a 48-32 tooth crankset and an 11-32 tooth cassette. That means you have a super easy 1-to-1 gear ratio for spinning up a steep climb when you're loaded down with a rack full of gear. Hey, ever been spinning up a steep climb on your mountain bike and had the back tire break loose and kill your momentum? Man, that sucks. Ever had to grab a fistful of brake going into a dusty corner so you wouldn't go sailing into the trees? Well, bear with me here because this may be your lucky day. Specialized is offering a new wheel size option that they're calling 6 Fatty. A few other companies are adopting the standard and calling it 27.5 Plus, but what it is a 3-inch wide tire wrapped around a wide 650B rim. What you end up with is a bike that has some of the traction and stability of a fat bike, but maneuverability and weight that's closer to a traditional mountain platform. Here's what Amy Nelson, the women's mountain manager, had to say about 6 Fatty.
I am so excited about 6 Fatty, and especially for women. I mean, we have both the Ruse and the Rhine available in 6 Fatty. I see it as it's going to change mountain biking. And I am a firm believer, in that getting more women into mountain biking, this is the ticket. They'll be able to go around those corners confidently, not feel like they're going to slide out. It's just going to give them the extra confidence in any situation. When I first thought 6 Fatty, I was like, I'm going to be slow on the climbing. But it was the complete opposite. It was like I had more traction. It was easier to climb. I didn't have to ever worry about spinning out. It was awesome. I could get out of the saddle if I wanted. I could stay in the saddle. I always had traction. So I just think that, you know, that extra traction, whether you're climbing or cornering, that rider's going to feel it instantly.
You're going to see the 650 option in a bunch of different configurations, full suspension and hardtail. I rode the 650 Stumpjumper, and it's a game changer when you point it uphill. Okay, full disclosure. The last 2 videos I had you guys write in questions because I have a tendency to get really excited about stuff that is really unexciting to about 90% of everybody else. But guess what? This is the last segment from this year's dealer launch, and this next thing was my favorite part of the tour, so I'm going to do my own
question and answer.
So I asked myself, hey Greg, what's the thing that everybody uses but nobody realizes is so cool? Well, that's a great question, Greg. I think that, okay, I could take this into a really corny meta realm right now, but I'm not going to. The answer is water bottles. Besides tires, the thing that Specialized has been producing longer than any other product is water bottles. They make over 3 million bottles a year right out of their facility in Morgan Hill, California. USA made, baby. And the whole process is a big mix of craftsman detail work and crazy technology to crank all those bottles out. When Specialized gets a custom order, like for this Grand Fondo ride, they hand mix all the ink colors, print and stretch all their own screens, and then they load the bottles into this huge printing machine that uses laser-guided technology to lay the ink onto the exact right place on the bottle every time. Then the bottles come out with the ink completely cured and sent over to be hand quality checked and capped one by one. In those 3 million bottles a year, only about a quarter of those ever find their way onto the shelf of a bike shop. The rest go to charity events, 5K runs, and onto the sidelines and dugouts of college and pro sports teams. Pretty much anywhere you see a water bottle, it's likely that it's a Specialized bottle. The bottle facility is open 5 days a week. So how many custom bottles does that mean they print every day?
So how many of these do you turn out a day?
It depends. Sometimes it could be like 10,000 maybe, or
10,000?
yeah, maybe more, maybe 18. Depends. If we see just one job, it could be like something like 18 maybe.
Wow.
But if there is, you know, if it's a small quantity jobs, you know, then it's like about maybe 10 jobs or I don't know, 13, 14.
Right.
That's the difficulty, you know, of the art.
Right.
Did you ever used to watch Mr. Rogers go to visit the places around his neighborhood? That's what I felt like wandering around the bottle building. So I guess that's it. I can't wait to take you guys back out to next year's product launch. Until then, keep your eyes peeled for more videos on the ERIK'S YouTube channel. And if you have an idea for a video you'd like to see from us, shoot me an email at gthompson@eriksbikeshop.com. See you around, guys. Have a good ride.
Huzzah!